Hello. All right, good morning, everyone. It is 9:30 a.m. My name is Arlisha Wilson. I'm the chair of today's meeting, and I will call us to order. We'll get started with the reading of the preamble. Madam Secretary?
Good morning. My name is Liz Kukla. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I'm going to read the preamble for you this morning, this Monday, January 12th, 2026. In compliance with notification requirements of the city's open meeting law and section 101.021, the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the city planning department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting have the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Please note that call-in users can unmute by using *6. All meeting activity is being recorded via the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed via YouTube for public view. We have provided a link to the meeting for those who wish to speak on a particular case via our website and email. All requests to speak on a particular matter have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Next to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for that. Can we call the roll, please?
Sure. Ms. Faith?
Present.
Ms. Holzer?
Present.
Ms. Roca? Present. Mr. Madison will be absent this morning. And Ms. Wilson?
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum with 4 members. At this time, we should announce to the appellants that with 4 members, they run the risk of a tied vote. If there is a tied vote, the variance is denied. So at this time, the appellant may request a postponement to a future date when we have 5 members.
Okay. Based on that, is there any appellant who wish to postpone their matter until such time that we have 5 members? If that is your desire, please raise your hand and let us know, and we will get you a new date. All right, I am not hearing anything, so we will go ahead and hear the cases. Before I do that, do we have any postponements or withdrawals?
Yes, we have 2.
Okay,
There's one withdrawal, calendar number 25-238 at 1804 East 55th Street. It's a violation notice. This is regarding Oriana Services, Inc. and a public health violation. The appellants contacted us next week and requested to withdraw the appeal.
okay, that sounds good. So we will not hear any testimony in calendar number 25-238. Do we have any other postponements or withdrawals?
Calendar number 25-184 at 863 Herrick Avenue. Teresa Wakefield, owner, proposing to establish use as a residential facility for 5 occupants, and Councilman Conwell's ward. The appellant, there were some errors on the adjudication. And in fact, you could argue that maybe it wasn't an error, that there were some changes or some miscommunications. And so the adjudication is incorrect and it needs to be updated and reposted.
Okay,
So we were thinking February 2nd for that date.
okay. All right, so if you are here for calendar number 25-184 at 863 Herrick Avenue, there will be no testimony taken in this matter today. We will postpone it until February 3rd. Do we
Third or
have
second? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
second? My bad.
Second. yes.
Second,
Thank you.
okay, so we'll postpone that to February 2nd. All right, any other postponements or withdrawals?
No, that'll do it, Madam Chair. Thank you.
All right, so we will then go to the top of the agenda and I will call calendar number 25-240. Do we have someone present from Charmed Enterprises LLC? And this is at 10803 Reno Avenue.
Yes, Bridget Lewis, I'm present.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis. We will go ahead and read in the case. I'll turn that over to you, Ms. Holzer.
Thank you. Our first case is calendar number 25-240. This is at 10803 Reno Avenue. Charmed Enterprises LLC owner proposes to change use from a one dwelling unit to a 5-person residential facility in a 2-family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there are 2. And with that, I will hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name and spell your name, and give your address.
Yes, I do, and my name is Bridget Lewis. The address is what?
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. The address is 10803 Reno Avenue. That's Cleveland, Ohio, 44105.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Is there anyone else on the call who wishes to speak in this matter? Is there anyone in the room? Sir, if you want to come right up to the table, please. You'll want to touch that microphone. Thank you. And you have, sure, thank you.
My name is Michael Clark.
Want to raise your hand, state I do.
I do.
State your name, spell your name, and give your address.
Michael Clark, MICHAELCLARK, 10711 Reno Avenue.
Okay. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. Our Records Administration Office, it shows that in 1913, a permit was issued to erect a porch on a dwelling. 1929, a permit was issued to erect storage on the property. There are no variances on file. And then in the more recent history, Madam Chair, we see that in 2002, there was a violation notice issued to condemn the property. But then in 2005, there were various electrical, residential, plumbing permits and HVAC permits issued to update the property. We see that in 2023, a lead safe certificate was issued as well as rental registration was issued to the property. And I think that's all that I have that's relevant. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Can we have legal, please?
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting an area variance from the minimum distance requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, appellant must prove that denying the request will create practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Okay, thank you. We'll now turn to you, Ms. Lewis. Can you tell us about your request for the variance?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's for a residential youth program for ages 10 to 17. It'll be a licensed facility with 24/7 care, a supervisor on site. I'm sorry, what else what other information?
Tell us about your staffing, about how you will deal with parking, just your business plan in general.
Okay. Staffing, like I said, is 24/7. It'll be a supervisor on scene during the day, and then staff for the afternoon and evening shift. Parking should be covered with driveway parking for the staff only. Residents will not have vehicles. There should be no more than two on staff at one time. So parking should be sufficient. This will be licensed by the state of Ohio, Department of Behavioral Health, also accredited program from the Joint Commission. And like I said, no more than 5 residents at the home. It'll be and look just like a residential property in the neighborhood.
Okay, board members, any questions?
Just had a question, Madam Chair, with regard to, if, this is 10 to 17. Just curious to know, are these children that are coming out of, foster care, or do they have any behavioral issues? Anything like that?
We will be licensed by OMAS, well, formerly OMAS and Department of Behavioral Health now. There'll be children that'll be coming out of foster care as well as children with behavioral health diagnosis.
Okay. And with regard to the parking, I just want to remind the appellant that there can be no parking within 10 feet of any opening of the building. So the cars that the staff are parking will have to be in the back.
Okay.
That's all I have, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Any other board members wish to ask questions?
Yes, Madam Chair. Through you to Ms. Lewis, have you had conversations with your neighbors about your plans?
I'm sorry, I have not. I did leave a message for the council person. Is it Kevin Brown? I think his name is. I'm sorry. I did leave a message for him. I have not spoken with the neighbors.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other board members have questions? All right, we'll now turn to Mr. Michael Clark. Go ahead and state your comments, please.
I am a vet. I'm an officer of the court currently for over 11 years now. So for my safety and my concern, that is my house right there with the bushes, the shrubs, the big house gated in. And that's my entrance coming in and out. When I wear my gear, I'm not comfortable with people standing there looking at me come in and out with certain things. I don't know what's going on, but for my kids' safety, my safety, I have signed letters or addresses and phone numbers from the person on the right side of the house, the little brown one, and across the street, another senior. Just for our safety and our concern, we are not liking this idea.
Okay, can I see the paper that you have there? Yep, push it, yeah. Flick it on over. Thank you. Okay, so for the record, we do have a document from Mr. Michael Clark. There are 3 names of neighbors on this paper. And does their signature indicate that they are not in agreement with this project?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and I will pass that to other board members for their review. Do you have any other comments that you would like to make?
No.
Okay, I would like to turn to Mr. Bay. If you could give us your comments as well as saturation comments, please.
Good morning, Madam Chair. My name is Xavier Bay. Today I'm actually acting as the zoning administrator for the hearing, but we do have a letter from our city planning representative, which I could read into the record. But I'll also first describe the saturation map. So I have 2 maps that we have here. The first I'm showing on the screen currently is a ward map where you can see the current existing residential care facilities. And it was a little hard to see, but I'll move the hand icon around where the proposed facility is, just over here at near the intersection of Reno and East 110th. And then here on the screen now you see a zoomed in map showing the property in question is just on the edge of a 1,000-foot buffer from an existing facility on Glenboro Drive. And let me open up our city planner. Kenya Gray has left a recommendation with us, and so I'll read his letter into the record. Excuse me. And so Kenya Gray stated a couple of different points. He's mentioning that the request is solely for the relief of the 1,000-foot buffer requirement due to the proximity of another existing residential care facility. And this home is presented on just to the edge of this buffer. If it was across the street, it wouldn't need a zoning variance. Then he states the property is existing single-family residence with no exterior changes or signage or commercial activity, which should continue in context with the residential character of the neighborhood. He also states the use is low intensity, a licensed supervised residential youth program operating in a manner consistent with the traditional household. He mentioned that he did have a conversation with the applicant and that they stated there will be 24/7 on-site supervisors, controlled routines, and managed transportations. As the residents do not drive. Then he states the request does not increase neighborhood intensity traffic, example are traffic, parking noise or congestion. Lastly, he mentions the variance is minimum relief necessary and is consistent with the intent of the zoning code, which is to prevent overconcentration and adverse neighborhood impacts. Lastly, the property can revert to standard residential use in the future as no permanent modifications are proposed.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for that. I will make one last call to board members for questions if there are any based on that. All right, I am not hearing anything. So then I will entertain a motion, please.
Madam Chair, given the testimony we've heard today, excuse me. I'm sniffling today. Given the testimony we've heard today, I move, denial of calendar 25-240 based on concentration of the area.
Okay, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Do we have a second?
Board Member Roca, I second.
All right, can we call the vote, please?
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Ms. Roca?
Yes.
Ms. Faith?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
Calendar number 25-240 is denied. This decision will be ratified next Monday, and we will send the appellant a letter.
All right, that concludes this matter. Thank you for coming down. Ms. Lewis, you are free to leave. We're going to call the next case. The next case is calendar number 25-241. Do we have Philip Muldrow present? Oh, I
Yes,
can
you
see
do.
Philip. Okay,
Yes, you do.
perfect. We're going to go ahead and read in your case. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Ms. Holzer.
Our next case is calendar number 25-241. This is at 16001 Holmes Avenue. Philip Muldrow, owner, proposes to establish use as beauty salon suites in a B12 family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there is one. With that, I'll hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address.
I do. My name is Philip Muldrow. My address is 116. I'm sorry. My address is 11317 Amistad Drive, Frisco, Texas.
Thank you.
Is anything- Mhm.
And you swear, correct? I think I heard
Yes,
that.
that's right. Yes.
All
yes,
right,
it is.
thank you.
Yes.
Is there anyone else on the call who wishes to speak in this matter? Anyone in the room? Go ahead.
Ariel Washington, neighborhood planner, city planning, 501 Lakeside.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you. Anyone else? Not seeing anyone. Madam Chair, back to you.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. In our Records Administration Office, we found only that in 1926, a permit was issued to erect a garage on site. But then, Madam Chair, we have two variances on file for this address. In calendar 11-99, and that was in 2011. Let me make sure that's correct. July of 2011, this board granted the variance to establish use as a beauty salon. But then in calendar number 20-155, this board granted a variance to change the use from a beauty salon to an office. And there were conditions placed on that variance. They were required to put in a bike rack and also to identify 3 parking spaces on the property, which were identified in the garage. And that's all that I have. That's relevant. Thank you.
Okay.
3 parking spaces. What was it?
In the garage, and bike rack.
So when they changed the use from the second variance, did that remove their ability to use it as a beauty salon then?
Yes, I would assume that was the case. Yes, that they changed the non-conforming use to a different non-conforming use.
Okay, noted. Can we have legal, please?
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting a use variance from the requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the use variance, appellant must prove that denying the request will result in an unnecessary hardship particular to the property, such there will be no economically feasible use of the property without the variance, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
All right, thank you. We'll now turn to Philip to give his comments, please.
Yes, I really think that this salon suite would be very good for the particular neighborhood, and the reason being is because it's also a private salon suite. Okay, which has um, 9 suites. And in those 9 suites, they will be renting these out as their own business, which they can come and go up to a period of time as far as working whatever the city allows. Normally with salon suites, it's usually a 24 hour, but no one stays for 24 hours. So, and I'm really excited about doing this to this neighborhood. I had shared with Mike Polinsky the vision, and the neighbors to the left, the neighbors to the right, 2 of the neighbors across the street. So I did make everyone aware that was around the building.
Okay, does that conclude your comments?
Yes.
All right, thank you for that. Any questions from the board? All right, Ms. Washington, you have the floor.
Well, board, I have not spoken with the applicant, but I am in support of such a business being established at this corner lot in the neighborhood. Just like some of the things he stated, I think it would be a good addition to the neighborhood in regards to density, people being around in the neighborhood, and also employment in the neighborhood. And the establishment, the parking that they already have is in line with the models of how salon suites work. So I believe it would be good for the neighborhood.
All right, thank you for that.
I
Yes,
do have a letter, if you'd like me to read it.
okay, go right ahead, please.
10 Board of Zoning Appeals, unfortunately, as much as I would wish to attend the public hearing, that's to be held on January 12th, 2026, I will not be in attendance. I will submit my letter indicating my objections to establishing a beauty salon in our 2-family district. It clearly states this in the Cleveland Codified Ordinances that it's first allowed in local retail business district per section 343.012G. Due to my absence, I would like to be informed of what the outcome is. And this is Sheila with an H, Mosaginez, Moshagianes at 712 East 160th Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 44110. And that's all that I have for letters. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. And I will give one last call to questions for board members.
Yes, Madam Chair, if the appellant could describe the parking.
Okay. So as I said, there's a 3-car garage. It's in the rear. At this point, I could say it could be a 5, but I have a plan that I want to remove the garage as well as to, there's some grass there and just asphalt it out so that there's a bigger usage for my tenants and their customers as well.
And, sir, do you own the building? And,
Yes, yes, I do.
okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions from board members?
Madam Chair, I do have a question, Madam Chair, if I could.
Yes, please, go right ahead.
Could the appellant state for the record that he is no longer using the property as an office?
Okay, Mr. Muldrow, you want to respond to that inquiry, please?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Oh, sure. Are you still using the building as an office at this time?
No, no.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, Ms.
So-
Faith, I
so-
think I heard you chiming in. Oh. Who was that?
Oh, I think he was trying to say something.
Mr. Muldrow, did you have additional comments?
For me, I'm sorry, it was breaking up. I couldn't really understand what you were saying.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify whether you had additional comments. It sounded like you were trying to say something else.
Oh, I was going to ask that there was supposed to be an office there.
Oh, that's a prior use of the building. So in 2020,
No,
this
no, I didn't-
board
no.
granted.
Okay, that's what I
Okay.
thought you were. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that part.
Okay, understood. Ms. Faith, did you have questions as well?
Yeah, I did have a question, Madam Chair. I'm curious to know then when, Mr. Muldrow, purchased the building?
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to say about maybe March of 2023.
Okay, all right. I'm the only board member that was present in 2020. And remember this case with some discussion with regard to the parking. And that is why there were restrictions or conditions put on the variance at that time. Because the parking was limited and the use of the building was going to be limited to a certain number of individuals. So at this point, it sounds like how many suites are you going to have, sir?
It's going to be nine suites.
Suites.
Yeah.
So you'll have 9 stylists potentially there at one time and potentially 9 customers. So if everything is occupied and in use at capacity at certain times, perhaps not all the time, but you could potentially have at least 18 cars and people in the building. Is that correct?
Yes, that could be. Yes, it could be.
Okay.
Although it could be. Okay, I won't rule that out. It could be. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's my only question, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, and just to follow up on that, is the expectation then that most customers would park on the street? Is there street parking?
Well, yeah, my building is actually on the corner, so there's a couple spots there, and then the ones that's in the back as well. And then the additional parking that I will be providing once the garage is removed and the yard is asphalt.
Okay.
So I mean, my observation is, the building was used as a beauty salon from at least 2011 through 2020. And so I question to you, Madam Secretary, if there were any issues or citations or violation notices issued that would have come up in your history search. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so it seems to me that perhaps the use as a beauty salon did not raise any issues at that time. So in my mind, parking should be sufficient. There's plenty of street parking around. So just a thought, just wanted to clarify that there were no issues there.
And for the record, I do not see any violations issued after that date, 2020.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions from board members?
Madam Chair, I'd like to hear from city planning.
Oh, we heard from city planning. Ms. Washington gave her comments just a moment ago.
Okay. Did Mr. Bay, as he's sitting in for Ms. Leonard, have anything further to add?
Good morning. This is Xavier Bay. I do not have anything further to add at this time.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Bay.
Madam Chair, I apologize if I missed it for the record what their hours of operation might be.
Mr. Muldrow, can you speak to your hours of operations, please?
Yes, well, the hour operations, I'm looking at anywhere between 8 and I want to say no later than 10. And I'm going to address that, even though they can come and go as they want to, because you'll be able to be buzzed in. You can't just walk in, okay? And that's for the protection of the tenants as well as for the neighborhoods. So I'm looking at 10 o'clock, anywhere between 8 to 10. I would like them to be off the premises.
That's 8 a.m.
Okay, and I was just gonna say,
Yes,
just to
yes,
clarify.
and like I said, and that's like I said, and that's concerning the other homes and everything in the neighborhood as well. I don't want it to be, where they're uncomfortable or anything like that. I just want it to be a nice place where people can come and get their hair done, and because it's a very respectable neighborhood, and I really like that neighborhood.
Okay, thank you for that. Ms. Washington, please.
I have one question for Mr. Phil. Do you have your tenants already on contract, or are you still waiting to fill
Well,
that
I'm
up,
still
the
waiting.
9 spots?
Well, I'm still waiting to fill because I couldn't do anything because I didn't have the approval from you guys yet. So that's why. I mean, I have like up 7, 8 people that's so interested, So
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other questions from the board?
Madam Chair, just want to loop back to the hours question. How many days a week does he intend to have the salon suites open?
with you, they would say it would.
Mr. Muldrow, you're breaking up. We're having a hard time hearing you.
We lost
Looks
him.
like we lost him. Okay.
He's back.
I hope
Excuse
I answered
me.
your question. Did I not answer your question?
Well, we just had a hard time hearing you. We actually heard nothing. Maybe if you turn your video off, that might help for us to hear you more clearly. All right, so answer the question one more time for us. How many days a week are you going to be open?
I don't think he heard us asking me to turn off the video. It'll help the screen.
Mr. Muldrow, can you hear us
Hello?
okay? Can you hear us?
Can't hear anyone.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Ah. Oh, yes, please. Can you hear us, Mr. Muldrow? Okay, we can see that you stated in the chat you can't hear anyone.
I can't hear you.
Hopefully turning off your video will help you to get a little bit more bandwidth. All right. Let's see if that worked. Mr. Muldrow, can you hear us? Maybe he still can't hear us.
Can you hear
Are
me
you
now?
there? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, we are literally right at the end.
Madam
Can-
Chair, perhaps we could,
Can
text
someone
him
type in the chat? Yeah,
Okay,
can
but I
someone
can't
type in
hear
the
you
chat?
guys.
How many days of the week will you be open in the chat? And then
And
we
I'm
can
not
go to a
muted.
vote. No, you're not muted and we can hear you actually. I'm not sure why you can't hear us. All right. We have a chat question to Mr. Muldrow asking how many days of the week he'll be open and hopefully he'll respond. All right, Mr. Muldrow states he'll be open 6 days per week. Ms. Faith, does that answer your question?
Well, we don't know what 6 days, but we'll assume that he's talking about Monday through Saturday, I suppose.
All right. All right, so we're in the chat asking Phil whether that is Monday through Saturday. Be Tuesday to Sunday.
Monday.
Okay. And Mr.
Tuesday,
Muldrow
Sunday.
confirms that it is going to be Monday through Saturday. All
Okay.
right. Any other questions from the board?
Madam Chair, my only concern is the paving, the raising of the garage and then the paving of the backyard for additional parking. I'm wondering if Ms. Washington is willing to work with the appellant to make sure that he's compliant with code in those efforts.
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And through the chair to Ms. Washington, he's not going to need a variance for that, right? So,
If you can hear me, yes, Monday through Saturday.
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
to knock on the garage and asphalt it.
Excuse me, I could answer that, Wario. This is Xavier Bay. It's really dependent on the site plan. Because there's a certain amount of screening and things of that nature that would need to be met for that kind of parking in a residential neighborhood. So when he does have that proposal come through, it'll go through another zoning review to make sure that it's compliant.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Ariel has the contact information for the applicant, so we can definitely work with him to make sure that it's conforming or has minimal variances.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, sounds like he can hear us. He has confirmed that he will work with the city regarding the garage. All right, other questions from the board? All right, I'll entertain a motion, please.
Madam Chair,
Madam-
hearing,
Go ahead, Miss Faith. I can't
Okay.
talk, Miss Faith.
Madam Chair, giving the testimony we've heard today, I move approval of calendar number 25-241 with the hours of operation being 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And as Mr. Bay stated and Washington stated, they will be working with the appellant to make sure he is compliant with code for the demolition, the raising of the garage, and the expansion of the parking pad in the back.
All right, thank you, Ms. Faith. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Board Member Holzer, I second.
All right, thank you, Ms. Holzer. Can we call the vote?
Ms. Roca,
Yes.
Ms. Holzer.
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
Calendar 25-241 is granted. This will be ratified next Monday, and we will send the appellant a letter.
All right, thank you, everyone, for being here. Mr. Muldrow, your case is now concluded and you are free to leave. We'll now call the next calendar number. That's calendar number 25-242. And I can see that we do have the appellant here, so we'll go ahead and read in the case. Ms. Holzer?
Our next case is calendar number 25-242. This is at 1023 University Road. Sean Siddle, owner, proposes to construct a 3,850 square foot single-family residence with attached garage on a 3,471 square foot lot in a C1 multifamily residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there are two. And with that, I will hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address.
I'm Sean Siddall. Seansiddall. And I'm sorry, what was the other thing you needed?
To swear that you will tell the truth
Oh, yes, I swear to tell the truth.
and then provide your address for the record, please.
1280 Briar Hill Spur, Akron, 44333.
Thank you. And I saw somebody else's hand up. Meg, yes, go ahead.
I do. My name is Megan Siddall, MEGHAN SIDDALL, and my address is 3310 Kenmore Road, Shaker Heights, Ohio, 44122.
Thank you very much. Anyone else on the call who wishes to speak in this matter? Is there anyone in the room who wishes to speak in this matter? We'll have
Come forward
Bobby
to the
come
table.
forward.
Mhm.
And if you want, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, this is your job.
Hello, I'm a neighbor.
Can you touch the microphone, please? Thank you.
Hello, I'm David Purse. I'm the neighbor of the planned building site. And in general, I'm in support of Mr. Seidell's plans, but I'm just curious as to what variances are. So I'm more observational right now.
Do you want to speak today? Are you going to have any comments?
Perhaps.
Okay, so then we'll swear you in. So do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, state I do, state
I
your
do.
name.
David Purse, Perse.
David, DAVID, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Perse
And your address?
is 2021 West 11th, 44113.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
thank you very much. I think that's everyone, Madam Chair. Back to you.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This property was originally zoned semi-industry in 1929. In 1971, it was changed to the current zoning district. In our Records Administration Office, we found that in 1905, a permit was issued to erect a one-story shed on the property. 1914, there were repairs to a two-story structure on the, or no, one-story structure on the property. There are no variances on file. And then in the more recent history, we see that in 2018, a permit was issued to demolish a one-story single family on the property. That was March of 2018. That's all that I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Can we have legal, please?
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting area variances from the maximum gross floor area and permitted encroachment requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variances, appellant must prove that denying the request will create practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
All right, thank you for that. I will now turn to the project team. Which of you would like to speak first? Would it be Sean or Megan?
Megan.
All right, Megan, you have the floor. Go right ahead, please.
Thank you. So in regards to the encroachment setback, the AC unit is currently designed in sitting in the setback closer than 3 feet to the property line. We are planning for a concrete perimeter wall that would not only provide privacy and security for the owner, Sean Siddall, but it would help conceal the noise and appearance of the AC unit that is between Sean's property at 1023 and Mr. Purse's property. We feel that having the condenser on the ground floor keeps on the exterior of the ground level, keeps any repairs, any people coming to repair the AC unit from having to traipse through the house. As far as the gross floor area variance that we're requesting, there are a number of other properties in this vicinity, including 2041 West 11th Place, where the gross floor area exceeds 50%. The land is 1,603 square feet, whereas the building is 2,122 square feet. Also at 2054 West 10th Street, the land is 2,583 square feet, whereas the building is 2,714 square feet. So we're asking for similar variances in regards to those permitted gross floor areas.
All right, thank you for that. Sean, do you wish to chime in?
I know, I think she covered it pretty well. Yeah, it was just a matter, making sure the AC unit, and to be clear, that's going to be a heat pump, not your traditional AC unit. So in terms of disruption, a little less so. That's all.
Okay, thank you for that. Madam Secretary?
Madam Chair, I'm not sure if staff was aware of the perimeter fence. Could she explain the height of the fence to us?
It's currently designed at 6 feet.
Is that in the drawings?
Yes. You could see it on the site plan and on the first floor plan and in the elevations. It's a perimeter fence that goes around the backside of the property where the garage is.
Is it the concrete block?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
You have to, the chair would have to.
Does that raise any issues for you, Madam Secretary?
Now that we see that it's identified on the site plan, we can presume that it was reviewed by Building and Housing and that there aren't any issues with the location.
Okay, all right. We'll now turn to you, Mr. Purse. Do you want to give your comment?
Yeah, I think everything described is fine. Only thing on the site plan, the red, Sean, that wall looks like it's going to be a barrier for my vision down the street. It seems to subtend the house significantly. Am I reading that right? Towards University.
Wait, hold on a
I'm
second.
sorry.
We can only have one person talking at a time.
When you say
And
vision down the street, you're talking about the towpath, the old university road?
Correct. It looks like there's a wall.
There's no wall.
If I'm
no.
reading it right, is that red line the wall? That's what I'm curious about.
No.
No, the wall
okay.
stops. The wall stops about halfway up the house north. So really, the wall stops where the AC unit is. But I'll let Megan answer that.
Okay.
The red line, the red line is the dimension. There is no wall, though. Like Sean said, the perimeter wall is only around the driveway area in the back part of the house.
Thank you.
The AC unit back.
okay, does that conclude your comments, Mr. Purse?
Yes, it does.
Madam Chair,
Okay.
through you to Mr. Purse, which side of this, you're adjacent, which side of the
I'm
house?
adjacent on the first property to the west.
To the west, okay, the White House.
Correct.
Okay.
And Sean, I want to just make a comment, has been very open with me throughout the process, and I encourage the project.
Great.
This vacant lot has been a problem for me for many years, and I've had to do a make-do fence so people wouldn't walk through the backyard. So it will improve the value of the neighborhood, in my opinion. I think it's a thoughtful design. I was just presenting out of curiosity, and that's it.
Okay, thank you for those comments. I'm sure they appreciate the support. Do we have any other questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair, to the appellant, if your variances are denied today, can you describe the practical difficulty that you will face?
I'll speak on behalf of Sean right now. I think this project is would have to see a significant redesign as it is it is currently exactly what he's looking to do, a 3-bedroom. He works from home, so he also needs an office. But if we he's also concerned about security in the area, so there are a number of things that we would have to significantly redesign to make it work for what Sean needs, which would also then push back the beginning of the construction of this project and present a financial hardship for Sean.
Thank you very much. And then I see Mr. Siddell, your hand is raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, it's such a narrow lot that it makes your options somewhat limited. So that's anything other than what's there now would be, I feel like, kind of hard to make it fit, but that's all.
And with respect to the condenser unit, the placement of that, Megan Siddell, I think is your name.
Yes.
You declined to put that on the roof or elsewhere because of having people go through the house for repairs. Is that correct?
Yes, Sean would prefer not to have service people have to walk all the way through the house to the top of the roof.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have, Madam Chair.
All right. Any other questions from other board members?
Madam
All right.
Chair, Ms. Kukla asked my question, so I'm satisfied with that.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Faith. Any other board members have questions?
I do not.
All right, I will entertain a motion, please. Oh, sorry. Mr. Bay, do you have comments?
Excuse me, sorry. We do have a note from the neighborhood planner, Brittany Pavone. This is Xavier Bay speaking. So Brittany Pavone states that she's in support of new development to increase density on underdeveloped lots, especially near great amenities such as the Topaz Trail and Camp Cleveland nearby. That being said, Brittany Pavone represents city planning with support.
All right, thank you for that. All right, board, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, given the testimony we've heard today and the fact that the item before us is the square footage and the lots, the house square footage on the lot square footage, we have no other issues with regard to height, and the AC unit in the side yard, which is actually going to be a heat pump. Those things are pretty standard to this area. And with the support of city planning, I move approval of calendar number 25-242.
Thank you, Ms. Faith. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Board Member Holzer, I second.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. Can we call the vote?
Ms. Roca?
Yes.
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Ms. Faith?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Calendar number 25-242 is granted. This will be ratified when we meet again on January 26th. We will send the appellant a letter, but he can contact us on that following Wednesday. I guess it would be the 29th for further instruction.
Okay, you are all set. Thank you for joining us today. Good luck with your project.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. That concludes our matters for today. I can see that we have Roger Kramer on the line. Which matter are you here for today? If any. Lynn Kramer, are you present in a particular matter today? All right, I can see
Yes,
that you
hello.
are.
I'm sorry. I was just having a problem with my mute button. This is Lynn Kramer Mall. We are
Okay.
Property owners on West 10th Street. And Roger Kramer is also representing that property, and we are listening in as neighbors to the Siddall residents. Thank you for having us.
Okay, you're quite welcome. That matter is now concluded. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so we have gone through the agenda. I will now turn to old business, which I don't have in my packet, but I have it online. All right. Perfect. We have numbers 1 through 5 and 14 that are up for ratification. Any objection?
No
No objection.
No objection.
All right, those are all ratified without objection. We also have one affirmation. This is in calendar number 24-162 at 865 Jefferson Avenue. We previously granted a variance and it's taken a little bit more time for construction drawings, so they need more time. Any objection to granting more time?
No objection.
No objection.
All right, that affirmation will be granted without objection. That concludes our old business. It is now 10:25 and we are adjourned. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kukla?
Yes.
Question. Have they issued the calendar for the holidays for the year yet?
I haven't received one.
Yes, I also was wondering about that.
Yes, I have not
Yeah.
received one. I will
Okay.
ask my office manager.
But Ms. Kukla did confirm that
Next Monday.
next Monday is a holiday for everyone.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Have a good week, everyone, and Happy New Year.
Happy New
You too,
Year.
and same to you.